a stingy man should be allowed to fall in love? The question is funny, right? Do you think a stingy man should fall in love? Anyway, I don't know what your answer is, but for me, the answer is a capital N-O. That is no. My name is Sandra Ezeji Anyaele. I am your marriage foundation reality coach. Today, we are going to talk about a topic that is very strange. Strange in the sense that people still make the mistake of falling in love with a stingy man. I want to thank those that have subscribed to my YouTube channel. I want to also invite those that have not subscribed to do so, because this is a life-changing channel. Yes, this is a channel that will tell you the truth you need to know before going into forever. That journey is a special journey, so you have to be careful while at it. In today's video, we are going to talk about how to avoid marrying a stingy man. Yes, we have to talk about it. A lot of people fall prey to this and they start complaining, but there are ways you can avoid them. I want to mention 3 ways to avoid marrying a stingy man. The first way to avoid a stingy man is by learning this person before you love this person. Yes, some people will love before paying attention to other details. You don't have to do that. You have to learn this person. By learning this person, it means studying this person. What are his characteristics? Yes, you have to look at that. Learn this person, study this person. It is by learning this person and studying this person that you will know the traits of this person. You will know his attitudes towards money. You will know his attitudes towards spending. You will know his attitudes towards giving. It cannot just happen. And you cannot see somebody today and judge the person, maybe based on what the person did today. No. You learn this person. In the process of learning, other things will fall into place. It now depends on you to find out if this person is a giver or not. If this person is close-fisted like this, some people call it Aradite hand. Some people call it Akagon. Any name you call it. But the important thing is for you to learn this person, study this person before you fall in love with this person. I can assure you that by the time you fall in love with this person, every other thing, you might be overwhelmed. You might be overwhelmed. The more important things, you will not look at them. You will not consider them because you are already in love with this person. So before you fall in love with this person, learn this person. Find out the things the person can do and the things the person cannot do in terms of giving. Some people can give, some people cannot give. You see it. At the beginning, you see it. It's only when you don't pay attention that you don't see all these things. Yes, but if you pay attention to your relationship, I can assure you that you find out these things. I have somebody that called off her traditional wedding just because of stinginess. But she could have avoided this embarrassment because she noticed it. According to her, she said when this person comes to visit her in school, he comes with nothing. Not even bread. Bread, but not even bread. And she felt maybe we are just starting, that over time. And they progressed to the extent of, fixing their traditional wedding. So it was at that point that she realized that, no, if I marry this person, this is who this person is. And she called off the wedding. So which one is better? You have called family and friends. We were part of the family anyway. You have called them. We are aware of it. Some of us have even sewn our shebi clothes, but she called it off, even though it was better for her because she now understood that she could not deal with it. Yes, she understood that she could not deal with it, but it's something that you could have avoided if from beginning you learned this person, you studied this person, and when you see that this person is that kind of person you don't want to deal with, it's either you call it off or you talk to the person. If the person changes, fine. If it doesn't change, then you know what to do. But the first thing you should do is to learn this person before you fall in love with this person. The second thing to do to avoid marrying a stingy person is understanding your own personal love language. I have a video where I talked about the 5 love languages. Maybe I should put it up. You can go and watch it. Yes, you can go and watch it. These 5 love languages will help you in your marriage. But for the purposes of this video, we are talking about how to avoid marrying a stingy man. When you understand your own love language, it's easier for you to talk about it to the person, your prospective spouse. When you understand your personal love language, for instance, if your love language is gift giving, how will you now marry a stingy man? You can see that it will not work. Yes, because the person will keep offending you. If your own personal love language, it gives you joy, you are happy when somebody gives you gift, no matter how small, and this person doesn't give monetary gift, any type of gift, because I know some people, they might not buy gift for you, but they will give you money, so you buy whatever you like to buy. Yes, some people do that, but this person will. And I want to say here now that being stingy and being broke, these are 2 different things, so that you don't misplace the whole thing. A stingy person has, it's not as if he doesn't have. A stingy person has, but he doesn't like giving. Whereas a broke person doesn't have, but doesn't rule out the fact that in future he might not have. In future, if he has, he will give. Though you still have to be smart about it, because you can be broke today and that's why you are not giving. It doesn't matter how big the gift is. You can be broke today, but tomorrow, you know, you have enough that you can share. But the point for this, the point we are making for this video today is stingy. But I just want to clarify that point. Now, if your love language is gift giving, you have seen that it is a no-no. So what do? When you notice this, you know that it will not work. Let me also tell you that some people can pretend. Then ask yourself, assuming I talk to this person about this and this person pretends and, you know, start giving me small things like that, what is the guarantee that this person will continue? That is why I am not an advocate of love at first sight, because love at first sight beclouds your thinking. Love at first sight will not give you the true definition of what you want. Imagine it, picture it that I am with this person, you know, for the next 10 years, for the next 20 years, for the next 30 years. As long as both of you, just be futuristic. By the time you're futuristic, you now ask yourself, even if this person is pretending, how long can this person pretend? So it's better if your love language, you have checked yourself and your love language is giving. My dear, you have to run away when there is still time. You don't need a stingy man, because that is like your core. It's number 1 for you. So you don't need a stingy man if you are love. So identify your love language. Tell this person about your love language. We made the mistake of not talking about our love language. As a matter of fact, I knew ways of expressing my own love, or the way you show me love, but I didn't know it even had name until I started reading, until I started researching. So these things, they have process. Don't skip any process. Don't say after. Don't say when we marry, this person will change, he will learn. No, don't make that mistake, please. The 3rd and final way to avoid getting married to a stingy person is, this one will surprise you. This one will make you laugh, because it also made me laugh. What are your deal breakers? We all have deal breakers. I had my own deal breaker. As a matter of fact, I had list of things that I wanted in a man. Then I now, you know, classified them. These ones I can deal with them. These ones I cannot deal with them. So those are your deal breakers. What is your deal breaker? Can you cope with a stingy man? Maybe you can take care of yourself. You tell yourself, even if he's stingy, I can take care of myself. But then ask yourself, for how long? At a point in that relationship, because you are dating for marriage, not so. Now, by the time you are married, you start feeling it. You start feeling it. It will not be like a vacuum. So check very well. If stinginess is one of your deal breakers, my dear, run for your life. Run for your life, because if you don't run for your life, by the time you enter into that marriage with that stingy person, you will not be happy. You'll be having issues with it. It doesn't matter whether you have money or not, because sometimes we feel because we can take care of ourselves, whether a man gives me or not, I don't care. No, you will care, because this journey is forever. You can enjoy it for 5 years. You can enjoy it for 10 years. How about 20 years? How about 30 years? Have you seen that you need to make haste while the sun shines? If stinginess is your deal breaker, my dear, you don't need it. You can see that I analyze it based on the point of view of the person that the man is coming to marry. You are the one. You know what you want. You know the things you can take and the things you cannot take. I'm not saying that you should have a list of, nobody is perfect. Nobody is 100% good. But what I'm saying is, if stinginess is one of your deal breakers, you don't have to risk it. Yes, you don't have to risk it. Like I said, this journey is forever. So you a situation of saying, after 5 years now I'll get done with it, or after 10 years I'll get done with it. No. So ask yourself, is stinginess one of my deal breakers? If the answer is yes, because you have to be honest with yourself. Nobody will tell you that. I won't be the one to advise you on that. Your mother won't be the one to advise you on that. Your friends will not be the ones to advise you on that. It is something you have to live with. There is no way you will say, I have my own money. After all, I'm working. I can take care of myself. No, the spice of this thing is when a man gives you a gift, even if it is 1,000 naira gift, it makes a whole lot of difference. You can buy that thing, no? You can buy it. It's not as if you can't buy it. But when a man gives it to you, it gives additional joy. And now, if this man, when you are dating for marriage, he's not giving you anything, what is the guarantee that when you get married, he will give it to you? He will not give. Like I keep saying, marriage amplifies who you are. So if it is one of your deal breakers, my darling, don't go into it. Please. Because this man will not change. This man will not change because he will assume that since you've been doing it when we were dating, you will continue to do it. Ask yourself, can I deal with this? If your answer is no, you have to be honest with yourself. If your answer is no, it is not worth it. A lot of times people complain about marrying stingy men. A lot of times because some of these things you see it. It's just that you were not paying attention. It's just that you have not broken down the things you can take, because there are things that you don't like but you can take them. You can tolerate them. But there are things that are a no for you. Check. If this is one of it, it is better you avoid it. The person, might see someone that the stinginess is not the number one factor in considering marriage. Yes, people are different. The fact that you said no to this person does not mean that another person will not accept it wholeheartedly, because everybody has her likes and dislikes. So the 3 points I made, they are inexhaustible. It's just the three main points that I feel you should consider. There are other things. Now, if you know another thing that is a deal breaker, or another thing that you think we should avoid when getting married, please let me have your thoughts. Let me hear it. Write it in the comment section because we are all learning. We are all learning. If there's any other point, because I said it's not exhausted, these are just 3 points. There could be other ones, but I feel these are the 3 main points. 3 main points. Every other thing can fall under this 3. Yes, every other thing. We can have 1A, 1B, 1C like that. This one can be number 1. Number 1 that we mentioned. What did we say in number 1 again? We said that the first thing you should consider is you have to learn this person before you love. Then under that learn and love, you can have so many other points, like a subtopics, But I just mentioned the main point. Then do it yourself. Check yourself. Check yourself. I keep saying that marriages can be right when we do the right thing. Don't be carried away. Don't be carried. They say love is blind, but marriage is the eye opener. So you want it to open your eye in a bad way. You want when your eye open, there you will start, there are things you can change and there are things you cannot change. There are things you can tolerate and there are things that you cannot tolerate. So don't be crying when you are married, when you can avoid it, when you were dating for marriage. Spill it out. Say it. If this person, and it's not, maybe the person will not pretend for 1 month. He say, he has changed. No, you have to watch it. You have to watch it. You have to be careful the way you fall in love. You just have to be careful, because I keep saying love is not enough. Marriage is responsibility. So if you are not ready for some of these things that we've been talking about, hold on until you are ready, because you need that mental maturity too to get married. Yes, you need that mental maturity. You're not doing it for anybody. It is your life. So consider these 3 points. Then tell me in the comment section, If there are other points, let us share it so that people can also read. I talk about marriage foundation realities. These are realities. These are things that are happening. Unfortunately, a lot of people frown at it. A lot of people don't want to talk about it. But when they enter into marriage, they start complaining. They start talking about it. So who is deceiving who? Don't deceive yourself. Don't deceive yourself, my dear. Do the right thing, because it's about your life. It's about your life. It's about the life of your children. Because we don't want to have a network of marriage dysfunction. That's why we are talking about this now. So that we change the things we can change. And the ones we cannot change, then we know how to deal with it. But there are things. Those things are the points I mentioned. Please, you have to go through it again. Please, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am pleading with you. Share this video. Turn on notification so that anytime I upload a new video, you will be the first to know. Let as many people as possible hear this message, and let us keep changing the ones we can change. Because by the time we change, the society will change, the family will change, and our homes and marriages will be better for all of us. I'll see you in the next video.